Sema na Spox Bonga na Gava. Kenya itainuka, Kenya itasimama, Kenya itanawiri kwa umoja na uzalendo. Mimi ni Mkenya mzalendo. Je, wewe? Mimi ni Mkenya mzalendo daima. Now, let's turn our attention to what brings us here today. Do you know how you are placed to be a student at the university? Today, we have none other than the CEO of the Kenya University Colleges, University Colleges Central Placement Services, the former Joint Admissions Board. Ukisikia umeadmitiwa na JAB, unasikia wewe umesoma kuliko wale wengine. But it has since transformed to encompass colleges and their issues there. Which university have you been called into? As you are aware, today we have 46 public universities and 40 private. What is the criteria? Who gets to do what degree, where and how? How do we make sure that you get to KMTC and other colleges? Today, we have the real person with the real information, and that is none other than Dr. Agnes Wahome. Let's clap for her. Karibu sana.
Asante.
Karibu sana, Daktari. Welcome to Sema na Spox, to Bonga na Gava. So, Daktari.
Yes.
Who is Dr. Agnes Wahome? Umesoma wapi? Umelelewa wapi? It's good to get to know a bit of you before we come to what KUCCPS does.
Thank you so much, Spox. Nianze kwanza kusema mimi ni Mkenya, mimi ni mzalendo. I love my country.
So where did you grow up in? And yeah.
I was born in and brought up in Nairobi.
Where?
Yes.
Where ni manzi wa Nairobi? Allah. Wanabaki ita Kanairo. Unajua hapa, we are a bit informed, but we are not very serious that time.
Yes.
So where ni wa Kanairo?
Nilizaliwa Kanairo.
Upande gani Kanairo hii?
My father was in the military.
In the military?
Yes.
Wow.
So you can tell by the way I like my kings.
Yes, the discipline, the
Discipline, yes.
Wonderful.
And my mom was a teacher.
Wow.
So I grew up at Moi Air Base.
Yes.
Eastleigh.
Okay.
I went to primary school at St. Teresa's Girls up to standard 6. Then my father moved to Langata,
yes,
the barracks in Langata. So we had to move. So I moved to Langata West Primary. So that's where I did my standard 8, the first class of 844.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Then from there, I went to Moi Forces Academy.
Okay, that's a very good school,
Yeah. So I went to, we were in Nairobi for the first term, then we were moved to Moi Forces Academy, Lanet. So I finished my Form 4 in Lanet. That was my first time to go beyond Naivasha.
Naivasha?
Yes.
Wonderful. How was it for you?
Oh, I used to cry every time the schools were opening. But by the time I did Form 4, I fell in love with Nakuru.
Okay.
And I said, when I grow up,
yes,
that will be my home.
Wonderful.
And it is my home.
Oh, so you're in your home county now?
So I'm in my home county.
Okay.
From, now I say I'm from Subukia.
Okay.
That's where I've settled.
Okay.
And my ID reads Subukia.
Wow, that's amazing. That's really good.
Yeah.
And so after now, where did you go to university? What did you study? And tell us up to the point now you start working, and what motivates you?
Yeah, when I finished school, being the first class of 844, we didn't know how even the placement would be. So I started off at KMTC, of course being influenced by friends, and I even didn't know what I was getting myself into. But I did a diploma in community oral health.
Okay.
By the time I was getting to the beginning of second year, we got admission to the university.
Okay.
But
this was the gap year.
Yeah.
People used to stay in.
This one was because we didn't, there was a double intake.
Yes, yes.
The first 844 and the last class.
So that a delay.
Yes.
That was only resolved by the current president when he was higher minister for education.
Precisely.
Wow.
So by
first casualty of that.
I was the first casualty.
Yes.
So by the time I was done with so I decided to finish KMTC instead of interrupting my studies.
Yes.
So I did a diploma in community oral health.
Okay.
And I started working.
So you didn't even go straight to the university?
I didn't go straight to the university.
Wow.
And the reasons, the reasons that kept me in KMTC is not because I loved what I was doing, but because of my friends and relationships that I had established in KMTC. So, and that's one of the reasons why I'm very passionate with what I do, choosing careers based on what you're good at, your passion, your gifts, and not peer influence. So that's another story we'll talk about. Yeah, so I finally, after some years of working as an oral health officer, I decided to go back to school.
Okay.
So I went back to school in 1999. I did a degree in communications.
Oh, wow. So you are actually our person.
Sociology and communication.
Which
Yes.
university?
University of Nairobi.
Okay.
So I did a double major.
Okay. Communication, sociology, and...
Yes, sociology and communication.
So you're still following the community aspect there as well.
Exactly. So after that, I registered immediately for my master's. I did a master's in medical sociology. Wow. I felt that there was an opportunity to connect the medical background I had and the sociology that I had gained. So I was again in the first class of that program. And I loved what I did.
You got the first class of that, so it was a new program?
It was a new program at the University of Nairobi. Yes.
Wonderful.
So I got a job as a program assistant with a local NGO. It was an excellent opportunity to now combine the health, the communication, sociology. I loved. It was a total transformation from the oral health that I was used to, and I just found a new lease of life.
So fast forward now.
Yes.
How did you end up doing your PhD and also eventually becoming the CEO of KUCCPS?
Yes, I did my PhD in health communication.
Interesting.
Yes.
So you are really a communications person.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and at the same time I was studying and working at the same time and running my family. And I worked for some years with the local NGOs, then got into international NGOs.
Okay. Which are the ones that you worked with internationally?
Internationally, I worked with an organization called Engender Health.
Okay.
Engender Health as a senior technical advisor on community.
How did you move now to government?
A lot of what I did in the NGO was engaging communities, working with people, helping them make decisions around matters of reproductive health, family planning. So it was all about community empowerment, community engagement. I did a lot of research in the projects, so I combined research and community engagement. And when KUCCPS advertised for a research manager, I said, research is research, and I just was feeling I need some change. And the funding, of course, was going down. HIV funding, reproductive health funding was decreasing. I was getting into consultancy, so I decided to give it a shot. And I got a job as a manager, research and knowledge management.
And then now,
so that's how I got into KUCCPS.
Then rose to become the CEO.
Yes. Wow. So while working as a manager for research and knowledge management, I saw a gap in the organization on matters of strategy. We didn't have a strategy department. So I combined that and also running the performance contracting. So that gave me an opportunity to have an all-round view and understanding of the institutions. So when the CEO's term came to an end, I stepped in on an acting capacity.
Yes.
Then when we advertised the position, I said, why not? Let me give it a shot.
Yeah.
And that's how I ended up as a
CEO. So let me ask you, Daktari, what inspires you all along? You know, from the little girl at Saint Teresa's, yes.
Yes.
What has made you, you know, all along to? Because you know you could identify the gap strategy and then combine PC and all of that. What inspires you?
I would say I'm a people person.
You're a people person.
Yes, and I look at people not just at face value, but I look for the best in people. You know, in terms of wishing them the best, helping people to be the best they can.
Okay.
So I think when I have the slightest opportunity to work with people and just see the transformation that happens because of a relationship with them, that gives me the drive.
Very good.
Yeah.
Now, let's come now to KUCCPS. What is KUCCPS in short? How was it established? Or how is it structured? How do you function?
KUCCPS is a state corporation under the government Ministry of Education. KUCCPS was established in the year 2014, and you know, under the Act, the Universities Act of 2012. Before KUCCPS, which is the Kenya Universities and Colleges Central Placement Service, quite a mouthful.
Yes.
We had the Joint Admission Board that coordinated the placement of students into universities.
I remember meeting a Mr. Wahome, is it?
Yes, there was a Mr. Wahome
Yes.
from the University of Nairobi.
Yes.
So it used to happen at the University of Nairobi. So vice chancellors would come together as a committee, and they would look at the students who had done their exams and the different capacities available and the programs available in the universities. And they would sit and kind of share out these students. And this was just for the university. So after the constitution, promulgation of the constitution in 2010, there was a recommendation that this needed to be done in a more structured way.
Okay.
And the establishment of KUCCPS now was one of the recommendations to have a body that would be very, do it in a more organized, more structured way, and ensure that students end up, or candidates who did their Form 4 ended up in programs out of a fair process on merit and equity. So, and then the other aspect of career guidance, ensuring that they are ending up into programs that, from a point where they've made their own choice, and the schools, while the students are in school, they are supported to make career guide choices. Yeah, so that's...
So the act that established KUCCPS is for which year?
Universities Act of 2012.
2012. So, so where are you now currently located? Away from the University of Nairobi?
Yes, we are at ACK Gardens.
Okay.
This is First Ngong Avenue.
Now, Daktari, so what are the functions, in a nutshell, what are the functions of KUCCPS?
Our main function is to coordinate placement of students into universities and colleges, to develop career guidance programs for students. These are mainly those in secondary schools. We retain data, placement data, to help government make decisions on matters placement. We also provide a platform as a mandate, providing a platform where students, parents, and the public are able to get information on available programs in the different universities and colleges. So we disseminate that information on programs, available programs, and the cost of the programs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, so far, what are the key achievements since 2012 or 2013 thereabout?
Wow.
It's been a good 14 years or so.
Yes. And I'm sure Kenyans can see the transformation of this institution from a small institution that started off at the University of Nairobi, just coordinating placement of about 10,000 students, basically. And why I say this is because placement was guided by the number of beds in the universities. So you can imagine where you make a decision based on bed capacity. Yeah,
I think that's not fair, isn't it?
It's not
you
fair, but
that
that
to university based on the bed.
yes.
Yeah.
So if there are 10,000 beds, then you decide that we are only taking 10,000 students without looking at the different aspects of education. But we have transformed to...
So that is like almost operating like a hotel. It's like how many rooms are available? You know, even when Jesus Christ was being born, there was no room. That's why he had to be born in a manger, you know.
And he was born, you know, you could stop the delivery because of bed capacity. So the same, you just cannot limit people's growth because there are no beds.
Yeah.
So we have gotten to a level...
That's a kicker.
We are at a stage where we provide opportunities to every Kenyan. The current focus on KUCCPS, you know, KUCCPS says there are no failures in this country.
Yeah.
God does not create junk. Everybody is created for a purpose.
That's true.
And that single exam, like the president, the discussion we had yesterday with the one exam cannot be the one to determine your life. You know, with all the dynamics that can happen when you're sitting for an exam. So the grade is not the determinant. We believe in giving Kenyans that opportunity. It doesn't matter where you start. You can start at a certificate and you get to the highest level of education that you want. You know, we see ourselves as KUCCPS as facilitators. We facilitate our young people to be the best they can and the best that God created them to be.
Wonderful. So makofi hapo kabisa kwa sababu that means KUCCPS have been able to, you know, make many people to, you know, find their own destiny and fulfill it.
Exactly.
Wonderful. Now, there are many students and parents who continue to seek clarity on KUCCPS application process from portal access and cluster points to course selection. How is KUCCPS enhancing public awareness and making the placement process easier and more understandable for learners across the country?
Yeah. So the first thing that we did, we are doing is getting out of the office. We cannot say that we are facilitating or helping out people in the comfort of our offices. So we are in Huduma centers. We are in all the Huduma centers in Kenya. There are some Huduma centers where we have our own staff, but there are some Huduma centers where we have trained the staff of Huduma to provide our services. So we can pride ourselves and say that within the last few years, we've been able to reach every part of this country. We draw out a map and we say, you know, we must reach every Kenyan in this country. So what we do, Spox, of course, we are known to be very high or strong in IT because we have an online platform. The platform is internally developed.
Okay.
In fact, some of the staff sitting here this morning are our own, you know, the designers of that portal. And we said you know, when JAB was doing their work, students were filling out papers in school. You know, you knew that before you sit for your exam, you have to fill out those JAB papers. Who knows where the papers would end up? And not discrediting what they did, but human is to error. When you have that application done in a system, you're sure that the system even gives you feedback that it has, your application has been submitted.
So
then
that automation.
That automation is one of our, you know, our strong areas that we have automated so that from any part of Kenya, as long as you have internet, you will be able to apply. You can apply even from a phone. You don't need a computer.
Wonderful.
So the process is making the process easy shorter has been our focus. The other thing is ensuring that we provide career guidance before they make that choice.
So somebody will ask, every year there's this great interest around weights, cluster points, cut-off points, course competition. Please help us to understand how KUCCPS balances merit, student choice, and availability of capacity during placements.
Okay. Let me say, placement, the process starts from when the universities and the colleges declare how many available capacities they have. Capacities are how many people do they want in a class. So you find some classes that are highly, technical. They will take fewer classes. And social sciences, they may take even as many as 200 students in a class. That is the first determinant of a cutoff.
Okay.
And I'll get to what a cutoff is. So the universities say that we have these programs, and for each program, we want this number of students. Those are called capacities.
Okay.
So no university, KUCCPS cannot publish a program before the Commission for University Education has approved that program. So it's a checker. We first come in as a checker to ensure that the program is actually accredited. The next stage is the students sitting for the exam.
Okay.
And NEC gives us all the results. So we have all the results for the many years that KCSE has been done. So we receive those results and we put them in the system. That's the second part. Then the third part is where we allow the students to make the choice. Okay. So we avail the platform, the programs on one side, your results on one side, then we allow you to mingle, the two to mingle. And the more students applying for a program, the higher the competition. Now, the less the capacities, again, the higher the competition for, that space. So I want to give an example of a program like aviation, engineering, they call aeronautical engineering. Aeronautical engineering is only done in one university, that's Technical University of Kenya. With a capacity of 25, they can only handle 25 students in a class. And then you look at the students who, and then what are the subject requirements to do that program? Physics has to be there and mathematics. So when they say that the minimum they want is a C+ in physics and a C+ in mathematics, I'm giving examples. You find so many students have the C+ in physics and mathematics. So we allow the students to apply. And anybody who hits that course, it will say you meet the minimum. But you can imagine when we put them in the order from the highest to the lowest, what we call now merit, the issue of merit comes in. So the one who has a C+ cannot go in before the one who has an A. So the system orders them until they get number 25. Remember I said there are only 25 places. So number 25 forms the cutoff.
Okay. So it depends on who has the highest marks.
Exactly. Who selected the course and who has the highest mark. So at that point, there is no way. Spox, hata ukija kwangu niambie we ni beshte yangu, I do something. I cannot do anything because automatically the students will order themselves based on. And that's where we say the system has been able to ensure that merit prevails. And I can tell you it is an area that has made us proud because we have not had a situation where somebody says, this one went in and I was left out and yet I did better.
Wonderful. So let's now come to the issue of pathways and the issue of, KMTC, TVET. How do you ensure that you balance that out and also helping learners to make informed choices that align with their strengths, interests, and emerging opportunities in the economy, so that you don't end up with so many people who are trained in a particular field because of availability of space. Like now, education is everywhere, you know, but it's one of the most popular. Actually, from what we've had before is that medicine, law, then education. So education is still very popular. But you find some people saying, oh, we have courses that cannot get market. How do you balance that out?
Let me first correct you Spox by saying a course that cannot get a market. Like I said in my introduction, I did sociology.
Yes.
And when I was doing sociology, my colleagues who had done a diploma in oral health were upgrading to a degree in dentistry.
Okay.
And everybody kept asking me, how would you do sociology? Even
so walikuwa naona sasa wewe umeanguka.
Umepotea
njia kabisa. Unaenda kufanya sociolojia.
Yes. But I was looking at it. I was already practicing my oral health. And I keep telling people, there's that thing that you do every day. Are you getting any happiness in what you do? I was not. My work on a daily basis was to ask people, you know, ungua mdomo, meno gani inauma, just that one communication. But I knew I wanted to work with people and many people and the diversity of issues on a daily basis. So first, there are no marketable courses. Okay, you can say there are some that are marketable, but there's no course that you can say is useless. At the point where I did my sociology, nobody wanted to hear about sociology.
Wonderful.
The thing is, what do you do with the course that you have done?
And also, because it's not just the Kenyan market, we're also exporting labor.
Precisely.
We've been able to do 580,000 youths and counting so far.
Yeah.
They are giving us over 5 billion, over 660 billion. Now,
exactly. You asked something about the pathways.
Yes, and also revision of courses.
Revision of courses, KMTC. The first thing is that nobody gets what they did not ask for. You make a choice, you get... okay, you cannot ask, you may wish, the wish list is long. You may wish to do medicine, but if somebody else did better than you, they will take the medicine.
Kwa hivyo wewe unaponyokea hapo.
Yeah.
Sasa wewe unaenda kwa hiyo ingine. So you have
unaenda kwa hiyo ingine. We give you 4 choices.
So you get one of the 4.
You get
as long
one.
As you qualify with the C+.
But if we get to your 4th one, na ile cut-off bado inakufungia nje, we give you another option.
Okay.
We ask you, in case you don't get any of this, can we place you in any other program?
Okay.
And you have a yes or a no.
Okay.
If you say yes, we look at what are your strengths in terms of what subjects have you done well, what are the programs that are still available, and we try and match you. But that doesn't mean tukimaliza hiyo process yote, you cannot pick something else. We give you an opportunity to change, to revise, to transfer. And we allow students up to 2 years before we can now say, hapa sasa maliza shule.
So you can do it within the 1st, 2nd year still?
The 1st and the 2nd year. If you start a program and you really feel...
It's not ile ulikuwa unataka?
Aingi. You can
that's
change.
New information. I mean, so you actually have to up to 2nd year to change your course.
You have up to 2nd year.
That's really amazing.
Yeah.
So Dr. Let's take a break so that we can come back and continue. But that's you're taking this short break on a very high note. This is Sema na Spox
Bonga na Gava.
Keep it right here.
Hizi ni taarifa za wiki hii kutoka ofisi ya msemaji wa serikali, kituo chako cha kuaminika kwa taarifa rasmi za serikali. Mkutano wa Africa Forward Summit jijini Nairobi umechochea ushirikiano mpana kati ya Afrika na Ufaransa. Rais William Ruto amezindua upanuzi mkubwa wa miundombinu ya shule wakati wa maadhimisho ya miaka 70 ya mafanikio ya shule ya Thika. Serikali imekagua barabara ya Nkobo, Rubiru, Kamurita na kupanua mpango wa umeme wa last mile katika eneo bunge la Imenti. Kenya imedhibitisha upya uhusiano wake wa kidiplomasia na ushirikiano wa kikanda wakati wa kuapishwa kwa rais wa Uganda mjini Entebbe. Kenya imepanua ushirikiano wa pande mbili na wa kikanda kupitia mazungumzo ya ngazi ya juu kuhusu biashara na mshikamano wa kikanda. Kenya na European Bank for Reconstruction and Development zimejadili kupanua ushirikiano katika miundombinu, ukuaji wa viwanda na ufadhili endelevu. Waziri Mkuu Musalia Mudavadi ametembelea jumba la makumbusho ya magari ya kale mjini Baku kabla ya World Urban Forum, akisisitiza umuhimu wa kuhifadhi urithi wa kihistoria. Serikali imezindua madarasa mapya na kusambaza vifaa vya kujifunzia, huku shule za kaunti ya Nandi zikirekodi matokeo bora ya shule za upili. Msemaji wa serikali Isaac Mwaura aliongoza uzinduzi wa mashindano ya Kenya Regional Braille Challenge mwaka 2026. Daktari Mwaura aliongoza uzindano wa programu ya EU Switch katika chuo kikuu cha USIU. Kipindi cha 28 cha Sema na Spox Bonga na Gava kiliangazia mageuzi makubwa ya serikali katika kubadilisha sekta ya elimu ya vyuo vikuu. Kenya imezindua ripoti kuhusu matumizi ya dawa za kulevya na mfumo wa kitaifa wa tahadhari ya mapema ili kukabiliana na dawa mpya hatari. Wizara ya mambo ya ndani na IEBC zilifanya mkutano wa mashauriano kuhusu maandalizi na usalama wa uchaguzi mwaka 2027. Waziri Davis Chirchir amekutana na kamati ya bunge kujadili bajeti ya miundombinu ya barabara ya mwaka 2026-27. Mradi wa barabara ya Kibwezi Kitui Migwani unaendelea na unatarajiwa kuimarisha biashara pamoja na kusaidia korido za usafiri wa kikanda. Waziri wa Afya Aden Duale amewasilisha makadirio ya bajeti ya mwaka 2026-27 na kutoa wito wa kuongezwa kwa fedha za huduma za afya kwa wote. Kenya imeongeza juhudi za afya ya watoto huku madaktari bingwa wa watoto kutoka kaunti mbalimbali wakitengeneza mipango ya utekelezaji. Idara ya TVET imetia saini makubaliano na Kenya Motors Repairs Association ili kuimarisha mafunzo ya ufundi wa magari yanayoendeshwa na mahitaji ya sekta. Ni mwisho wa taarifa zetu za wiki hii. Tukutane tena wiki ijayo.
Welcome back to Sema na Spox
Bonga na Gava.
Tunaendelea kubonga hapa tukiwa Lake Naivasha Resort. This is a very powerful platform. Now we go straight to the questions, and let's have our first questioner. Please say your name, where you come from, your county, and straight you shoot the question to Daktari.
Mtua Titus, from Tharaka University, serving as the academic director, and I come from Makueni.
What is your question?
Okay, first before the question, I could make a little comment. There are a lot of things that have been done by the KUCCPS through the creation of awareness. We as the comrade, we have seen them on grounds through our universities. Also, when you are in our school, that's a big achievement. Then now, my questions, I'm much concerned more about the future in KUCCPS. Bearing in mind that the CBE forum is coming. In our forum, we have been using the cluster points. So, where do you see KUCCPS? Will it elapse, or will you come with new reforms to accommodate the CBE? Then, because of Bonga na Spox, Bonga na Gava, there is a lot. We as comrades, we are applying for the courses. We do based on the interest. So when the cluster points cut us off because of the little facilities in the schools or the little spaces that are there, we feel more discouraged, leading to a lot of students not joining campuses or opting for courses that they do not wish to. So we just sent you to this excellency so that we can give adequate support to the institutions to support these marketable courses that have cut a lot of students not to do them or not to partake them. That was just my request and my question.
Okay, Dr.
Thank you so much, the student leader from Tharaka. And thanks for the compliments in terms of how we will do our work. Now, when we look at the CBE, this will be a new, you know, we are going to have a new criteria. Yeah. The new criteria, we will wait to know, are we having A up to E, or are we having EE being the best grade, and the last one is what?
Education and training.
No.
Content-based education.
The first one is exceeding expectation.
Oh, okay.
And the last is below expectation. So when we have exceeding expectation, those that will have exceeding expectations, then we would have to know that there must be a range. It's for those who have attained 100% up to a certain grade. So we are working with universities, and we are also working with professional bodies. One of our mandates is to come up with a criteria, the criteria for placement. So we are walking that journey from now to determine what will that criteria look like. If we will not have an A and we will have EE, how do we determine of these students who have EE, which is the highest in terms of 100% and which is the lowest? Now, the professional bodies are very important because they also help in developing the criteria, and they say, for example, for engineering, you must have physics. So what is that grade that we will put as a minimum for physics for anybody doing engineering? Now, the capacities should not even be an issue. Currently, the class 2025 that was going to go to the university in 2026 September, we already have 322,000 capacities against the number of students who got C+ and above, that is 270,000 when you combine Kenyans and non-Kenyans. So capacities is not an issue. Now remember, these students of 2020 KCSE are students who do everything in terms of sciences all the way to arts, social sciences. But when it comes to the CBE, we will have taken the pathways. So in terms of students who are doing pure science, for example, these are the ones who are doing chemistry, mathematics, physics, and biology. Since not everyone would be taking those, it means, again, those who are taking the STEM pathways will be, we are talking of about 60%. Do you see the competition inapungua, sindio? Then those who are taking sports, how many schools have the opportunity to offer sports? Drawing and design, music, mingi, sindio? So when it comes to capacities at the university, it means they will be very targeted. Not everyone trying to find out at that level, am I a science, am I an arts? That's what we went through. When you are doing your exam, you did history or geography, CRE, biology, chemistry, zote, sindio? In my year, I was in the first class of 844. We basically did 10 subjects. By the time you are leaving, you don't know which pathway you're taking. Mniona nimeanza na KMTC, that's pure science, STEM. Then I end up in social sciences. What it means, by the time I realized I am more of a social scientist
yes.
than a medical person, it took some time. So with the placement of the ones who are going to sit the first exam, I see a situation where it will be easier, even for us who are doing career guidance.
Yeah.
By that time, you are not even struggling to find out whether you are a STEM. You already know you are STEM. We work around the STEM to know whether you are medical or engineering.
Okay.
I can assure you with the work that's going on in the universities, we collect a lot of data that advises universities on where to add capacities,
Okay.
so that we reduce your stiff competition.
Okay, let's come to the next question.
Yeah.
Changi Trasila is my name.
Come again, your name again is who?
Changi Trasila is my name, from Kaimosi Friends University, Vihiga County. And my question is...
Where do you come from?
Bungoma County.
Okay, okay. You just cross over the border there.
And
what's your question?
My question is, there are those students that have the qualifications and they miss the first placement. What are the likely reasons that made this student to lack the chance to do that course in that university?
Okay.
And if this student is forced to have to wait for the second window application, what are the chances that these students will get the course and the university that they wanted? Thank you.
Okay, yeah, because of time, let's get the third question quickly. Time is not on our side. We have less than 10 minutes to finish.
My name is Ruth Kemto Ziko. I'm coming from Bomet University, from Bomet County. I'm the school president. I'm requesting, I have two questions. Question number one. Okay, thank you. My question is, how can KUCCPS help students who miss university placements due to financial difficulties?
Okay, Daktari?
Thank you so much, the ladies in the house, and especially the two ladies that have asked, the leaders, Kaimosi and Bomet. Let me answer the last one because it's straightforward. For those that have missed funding, we have HELB, that's Higher Education Loans Board, that supports students in getting scholarships, and then, getting loans, and then we have the universities fund that helps with scholarships. So no student should miss admission or placement because of lack of finances. With the new funding model, Spox, the first thing that we did was to delink the two. And we said, if you have passed, you have your grades, it doesn't matter whether you are from a rich or a poor family, you get your course of choice. So when we delink the two, we do the placement without looking at your background. We only look at your grades. And then now when you go now for funding, application for funding, that's why there are two different portals. You apply for your funding now based on the status of your family. So the lady from Bomet, I can assure you, nobody would lack a program because of their background. With the new funding model, again, the MTI has been refined. This is work that we do every year to ensure that we get it as right as possible, so that no one is left behind. Now, if somebody did not apply because probably they lacked the 1,500, I always say kibarua Kenya, siku moja ni pesa ngapi? If you do kibarua one day, is? So tano, si ndio? Kibarua ya watu wa mkono kufua, kulimalima hapa is 500. So kibarua, so kibarua ya siku tatu can get you money that will help you apply for placement that will change the rest of your life.
Okay, so nobody should actually use it as an excuse.
Exactly, because kama nitalima nipate 1,500 that will determine whether I will be a nurse or a teacher. Si afadhali nilime leo.
Alafu uache kulima keshowe.
Sindio?
Let's come to the online questions quickly because of time.
So there was the last one on the from Kaimosi in terms of selection. Yes, we said we give you four choice 1, 2, 3, and 4. Choice 1 has A, B, and C. So clearly, if you miss any of those, then you have an opportunity to say whether you would like us to place you in any other program.
Exactly. I think that one, Dr. you had already explained. Let's come to online quickly. Over to you.
Good afternoon, Dr. Agnes. Our online viewers would like you to respond to 2 questions. The first, what measures is KUCCPS taking to align students with job market demand? That is Mary Mudhoni from Nyeri County on Facebook. The last, can a student revise their course choices after submitting the application? That is Job Ayeko from Homa Bay County on X.
So, Dr. we have 2 minutes. You answer the question and also your closing remarks.
Yes, in terms of aligning to the job market, our career guidance program is very strong on that, and we work with the Ministry of Labor and other government agencies to look and see what job opportunities are there, both locally and internationally. So when we go to schools, then we align our career guidance program to inform the students. Right now, we are talking of technology. We moved away from typewriters to use of computers. So we are saying, look for jobs around IT. AI is coming up. What are the job opportunities around AI? Health will always be an issue with the more, health challenges that we are having. So careers around the health sector.
Yeah.
Education, we will always need teachers, even when we have AI.
Okay.
So that's another area that will never.
Tunasema kwamba akili mnemba sio binadamu bandia.
Hiyo Kiswahili sasa mimi.
AI cannot replace a human being.
Exactly. So we are saying there are jobs around technology and our career guidance programs. The officers search both locally and internationally to see what are the areas that we really want to guide students into. In terms of the other one, sorry, the second one?
The second one is whether students can revise their choices after they have applied for the course.
Once you submit, if you hit submit, and we close the portal, at that point you can't revise. But when we open, and you have not, when we open the portal, we'll be opening on the 16th. Those will not have gotten their program, they can always revise. But once the whole process is over, and you even have your course selected program, we give you an opportunity to do what we call transfer. So we will open the system for a month for you to transfer to, again, any other program that you wish. I think Spox, if there's something that we have done, sometimes I feel like we are overdoing it, is allowing people to make choices. I am a strong proponent of
so that you're not
choice.
condemned.
So that you end up in the place where you are happy, you try the program, first, second semester, you're not happy, come to KUCCPS, we will always have that opportunity. As long as you meet the minimum and there's an availability in the program that you want to.
So, Dr. we can say that KUCCPS has actually given people chances to redo their life again. And it's amazing. I didn't even know myself that it goes up to second year. So your final, closing quote.
Yes. My quote, my message to the Kenyans is, when you make your choices, take time, don't rush over it. The students making their decisions are between 16 and 20. you know, the oldest. You still have the whole life ahead of you. Take your time, consult, read, but the most important, know yourself.
Very good.
And match what you love and the career that you want to get into. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Daktari. Asante sana, asante sana. Angalia ile kamera hapo. Tuseme, tuseme mimi ni Mkenya mzalendo. Je, wewe? Mimi ni Mkenya mzalendo daima. And this show is Sema na Spokes Bonga na Gava. Keep it right here until the next edition of Sema na Spokes
Bonga na Gava.
Asante sana.
Asante sana.